That's a manifestation of it. I spin this object, I put dishes in dishwasher, I put water in a swirl, it goes side. That's a manifestation of it. What's the centrifugal force? What's the definition? Centrifugal force is opposite to centripetal force. Centripetal force is opposite to centrifugal force. And they are both opposite to each other. That's the standard one. Anybody else? I can move out. Is that centrifugal force? See, at the end, your definition, so you need to have a picture in mind. That's the emphasis what I'm trying to tell you is, knowing a principle has no meaning if you don't know the physical significance of that. Understand? A physical significance is not in terms of wordings, in terms of the execution of that. And the moment you have that picture like a movie for every concept, that concept stays with you forever. And that's the reason movies stay with you, because they create an image. In teaching, we don't try to create an image. We just simply give a matter of fact. And that's what I say, most of the times we teach science as a history of science. We tell Newton was born, he did this. Einstein was born, he did this. This guy did this. It has to be philosophy. Philosophy should have a manifestation in terms of everything. So what is the picture when you say centrifugal force? What comes to your mind?
It acts outward.
One at a time.
Okay, it acts outward. The force acting normal.
Press me.
No, normal is different.
Press me, please. Which is normal to me? I am a body or not?
No, every subject has a different normal. Okay, the way which you expand, that will give you the direction of the normal. Okay, so every point in your body has a normal.
Outward force experienced by a body moving.
Outward force experienced by a body moving in circular motion. So if you don't have circular motion, then centrifugal force won't be there. Why it has to be circular motion? So that's what I'm trying to tell. What's the image here? Circular motion is a manifestation. What's the definition of a circle? I can have a triangle which 3 points are equidistant. That's not a circle. One at a time. Yeah, so what does it mean? Yeah, very close to that. I'll refine it a bit more. So, what centrifugal picture comes to your mind? I'm not happy with that. Because you can have centrifugal force without going round and round. You are coming quite close to it. Yeah. No, you're still building up. You're still not a complete. So circular motion has moved into taking a turn. What else has to come into picture? That's the most precise one. But I can change the direction there, but there's no centrifugal force. Now you're building up. Whenever a body is in motion and you change the direction of the motion, then that particular arc which you draw the perpendicular outward force is your centrifugal force. It's not circular motion. Whenever you're going in a car, the first motion which you hit back is inertia. Then when the car is going straight, you are comfortable, everything is moving. The moment the car turns, you fall on the other side. And that's the reason all your roads, high-speed roads, whenever they turn, what they do? They tilt the road. Because in that motion, if you're high speed, you turn, your car will be thrown out. And most of the drivers have no idea. So they'll go on Bombay highway or some other highway, and 120 they will turn. The speed limit, the curves are 40, 50 are designed scientifically. But they'll turn at whatever speed and then get thrown out. Okay, so tilts have been given for that. At least at the turn one should respect. Because those numbers have been derived based on the curvature and this road surface. Okay? So whenever there's a body in motion and you change the direction of the motion, that's the outward force perpendicular, is called centrifugal force. And if every time you change the direction in a same direction and with the same amplitude, the path you draw is a circle. If you change direction every point in the same way and the same angle, you will draw that as a circle. That trajectory will come out as a circle. So that picture has to, I'll give you a classical case. You learn something, you know it is not true, but you still teach the same thing. Have you come across anything like this, as weird as this? All of us. We learn something, okay? And then we know whatever way was taught to us was wrong, but when we teach to somebody else, we again do the same thing. Because we just know this is the only way. Again another, cycling. You learn cycling, all your effort goes in holding the handle. Even when you teach, hold the handle, all your energy goes in holding the handle straight. Once you learn cycling, you damn don't hold the handle. Handle has no meaning in cycling, you know that? Handle has absolutely nothing to do with cycling. Agree or not agree? You can ride a bike without holding the handle, has absolutely no significance of handle. What is the cycling process? Eh? What's that? You disagree, tell me why.
I follow.
Oh, that is your problem. See, there are people who want cycling. And I'll give a solution to you in 5 minutes. So I'll give you a solution, you implement it, you will not fall off. The whole process of cycling is nothing to do with handle. It's only centrifugal force. What exactly you have to do in cycling is, the moment cycle is in motion, it will try to fall this side, your body is going to go this way. You just try to turn your body this way, cycle will fall this way. You turn body this way, cycle will fall.
I tried that, I fell off on the cycle.
So the day, so you have two ways. You can learn that fast changing of your body position with the help of handle. Or you can learn that fast movement of your changing of weight without holding anything. The day you learn without holding anything, you don't require handle. But holding handle makes you more rigid. You keep saying, when hold handle, so you are actually becoming more rigid. You will not change weight and you will never learn cycling that easily. But when you teach again somebody, now you know cycling has no, but you still hold handle. All energy goes in that when you know, but we should tell, relax. Try to be very flexible, change fast, right, left, right. That exercise should be done before cycling. The moment you do that on that fast movement, give you, some of you may not believe, you can do an experiment. Take a cycle, which has a remote handle lock, and ride it, and it's going straight and you can take your hands off. And you are going comfortably straight without holding the handle. Third person locks the handle, you will instantaneously fall. Because the whole mechanism of that motion is gone. The moment handle gets locked, that small motion of yours and handle, that coordination is lost. Although you are not holding the handle, so it should still go. Instantaneously you will fall. The moment handle gets locked. Because unknowing is the same way I walk. How much weight has to go forward, my hands have to go back. All that happens naturally. After learning the cycling to you, that's a very natural thing. But you have completely forgotten the whole process lies in counter movement of your hand direction. And you keep changing right, left, right, left. Faster you do, so it's easier to do when things are in fast motion. Some people can learn it doing very slow. And some people can make the cycle stand. And do you know when you hold the cycle, you know how much they move? That's the only way the handle goes this way, they move that way, while without motion. Nobody can hold the cycle straight and they also remain straight. Watch anybody who does stunts. Whenever the cycle is stationary, they are all moving. And more you practice, less you have to move. And for Ghosh, you need to be a little flexible. So you need to do a little bit more exercise. Right now you can move this motion with the help of handle. Now if you practice it to do that without the handle, so requirement of handle is only for you to execute that motion. If you can do that without the handle, you don't really require, but has no role. The whole process is that one. And that's centrifugal. So what I'm saying, anything you do in science, you need to understand the physical picture of it. If the physical picture is not there, you are not done the science. Okay, any process you take, it has to come an image. So what was green? Why green light?
Is it because it's a complementary
To what?
to red?
No, green is not complementary to red.
Eco-friendly.
That's what I told you. Eco-friendly, happy, green is good. Green is environment friendly. Green chemistry is good. It's good for life. Grass is green, trees are green. Everything good is green. I'm telling you, all of them have a common thread. And that is the answer. What is the common thread? Again, I told you, understand the process, don't go to the answer. Understand the process, you will have the answer. If you look for answer, you will never have it. Green is good, green is pleasing. What's the process? At the end, you're seeing from your eyes? Yes? Is there something to do with eyes? We have done that first part also. Eyes are sensitivity. Do they have same sensitivity for all the colors? You can go to your high school books or you can go to internet. Look at the spectra of eyes to different wavelength. And it passes through a maxima. You know where that maxima is? Green. Eyes are most sensitive to green color. For a same intensity, you can do laser pointer. You take a green and red laser pointer, which looks brighter. Green will always look much brighter. The same 3 milliwatt, whatever the laser power you have, green will look much brighter because the detector which you have has a different response to different colors. And that's the reason you don't see people green blind. If you reach that stage, you're pretty much losing the sight. You have a lot of other colors blinded because the sensitivity is anyway low in those colors. Blue has very less sensitivity. Okay? So if you look at spectra of eyes, response of eyes to different wavelength, it passes through a maximum, and the maximum happens in the green color. And this again the same thing. Now you can say since nature designed everything green, we evolved and started looking green. Or we were designed first, and then that's everything came out. It's the same thing. There's no answer to that. But at the end of the day, the process that your eyes are more sensitive to green, and that's what comes into picture. Okay. So everything you have to start looking into these processes. Otherwise, it does not help.
What about red? Eyes, how much sensitive?
Eyes, red doesn't require. See, now something is close to you, distance has gone out of picture. Green is a sign of going. You want to get a warning at the earliest. Happiness can come slowly or happiness. So going green is just you are standing there. So seeing is no meaning. You can put any other color. But the green with the less power will become more pleasing. So warning needs to be reached earliest. That's why it matters which color you use for warning. But when the green signal comes, that is, you are anyway already there, waiting and stopping, stopped and waiting. That has to be more pleasing. And that guy must have taken because of everything around green. Why, one same question can be rephrased, why everything has to be green? It's just because it's more pleasing and much more comfortable with us. But that's a correlation.
But there is a negative phrase for green also, going green with envy.
I'm just going green with envy, interesting. Either going blue with envy was the one, or red in anger. Okay, I'll tell you one more experiment now. What is the criteria for seeing? What is unusual about water? Don't tell me it's blue in color, that's not unusual. That's usual. Water has something very unusual. Each one of you know. I'll come back to that. Each one of you know, and you never pay attention to this. What am I referring to about water? It? Ice, water vapors, something unique about why nature chooses water for everything. You can say, so what? That's the way it's designed. Is it design or by default? See, you understand the difference between design and a default? Design is just happen. American decided switch is on is up, off is down. But design, forget completely. That 7 opposite adding up to 7. Is it a design or a default? Americans or UK they decided dies have to be like this. Or there's a design in that. And there's a design, what is a design? You understand the difference between design and a default? Default is I decided that switch has to be off, up, on, down, that is India. In US, switch is off, down and on, up. That's just a default, they have decided. Design is, there's a purpose for it, there's a significant scientific meaning for that. So what is there, this 7 ending opposite in a die, is it a design or is it default? Is it design, what is the design? Default has no reason. What is the logic for design?
The average.
Average is not that kind of average. You can have put 1 and 2, how does that, why average has to be 7? Because 7 is anyway never outcome.
If you come from highest to lowest, 6 plus 1, 5 plus 2.
But why, how does it matter? Is it 1 and 2
It
opposite?
is easy to see, it is easy to create actually.
No, you have to just print on 6 spaces, you can print any number. It is more work to think which number you have. Other you put 1, roll the die, put 2, roll the die, put 3, wherever it comes. Now you have to think where 1 has gone in the 6, that's more work. A proper arrangement is more work than the random one. Interesting, every time you do, you know this Charles law, Boyle's law. Have you ever wondered? Pressure increases, volume should decrease. You blow a balloon, you are increasing pressure and volume both. Now you take a logs. You know, see logs going to the river? You throw all the trees, logs into river. What happens after a kilometer down? They all get aligned parallel to each other. Yes? And that happens